increasing productivity and accomplishing self-sufficiency. I was eager as well during our discussions to inform Ms. President about the Egyptian vision related to the most key issues of common interest in our regional neighborhood and to review the persistent Egyptian movements for the restoration of stability and the crises resolving in our regions, in addition to successes achieved in countering terrorism and irregular migration profiles. Besides the current situation of the issue of the renaissance dam, I affirmed in this regard Egypt's eagerness on reaching a legal binding agreement that realizes interests to all. We agreed on pursuing coordination with the European Union in relation to this viable profile. Additionally, tackled steps taken by the Egyptian state recently towards its loftier goal, which is creating decent life conditions for its people, notably mega economic development projects, comprehensive social initiatives for the improvement of life quality for the citizens on the territory of Egypt, launching the first national strategy for human rights comprising an ambitious vision. We are taking steps for the promotion of the rights of citizenship, faith, freedom, and combating terrorism out of our faith, of the importance of dealing with human rights from a holistic perspective. On the other side, our talks dealt with the current Russian-Ukrainian crisis. I clarified the elements of our vision towards the crisis, its roots and consequences, affirming Egypt's preliminary stances that link to the necessity of giving supremacy to dialogue and peaceful solutions, and exerting sincere efforts for this end. Excellency, the President of the Commission of the European Union, I welcome you once again as a dear Egypt. I thank you for our productive talks today, and I'm looking forward to continuing our constructive dialogue and our mutual coordination in connection to the pivots of our action and the promotion and deepening partnership between Egypt and the European Union to open wide horizons for our partnerships and for our cooperation and integrity.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, for the warm welcome. And I'm very pleased to visit you here in Cairo to discuss indeed what we did today, how to broaden and intensify a very good cooperation we do have already. There's a strong basis and foundation of different files where we are working together, and there is a strong commitment and the knowledge of trust and reliability between both sides, and this is a very good and substantial foundation to increase the cooperation and to strengthen the bonds between us. So there are many topics that are indeed the proof of the intense cooperation we have, and they are reflected in the joint statement that is being prepared for the Association Council that is upcoming in the next days, and it reflects the width and the depth of our cooperation. I want to focus today on, of course, two main topics that we have been discussing intensively. The first one is, of course, the topic of food security. And we see that Ukraine, that used to be the granary of the world before the war, now is in a very difficult situation, and we have to do everything that the supply of grain that is trapped in Ukraine because of the Russian war, that the supply of grain is being exported to the world so that Russia is no more blockading the export of Ukrainian grain via the Black Sea. At the moment, being 20 million tons of grains are stuck, are trapped in Ukraine, and we've seen that food prices have been skyrocketing in many countries. 80% of your wheat imports are coming from Russia and Ukraine, so this is a concern about food security and food prices that is real. And therefore, let me reassure again that we stand by your side, what also this topic is concerned. We will provide an immediate relief of 100 million euros to Egypt for the immediate situation now of food security. This will hopefully help to increase the grain storage capacity and will provide finance for rural businesses and farmers, but that's only for the short term. And the two of us have intensively discussed that in the mid and long term, we will also have to completely renew and boost the local food production. And therefore, the European Union is very interested in investing in the local food production. We will devote €3 billion to agriculture and nutrition, water and sanitation programs over the next years here in the region. These investments will support food systems in your region and elsewhere, so that we can together discuss how to develop solutions and technologies that are fit for purpose here in Egypt. These are the modern technologies of precision farming. You mentioned artificial intelligence, the new crops adapted to climate change, because it is so important for us that in the region the production of food is improved and increased, and thus the dependency from other regions is reduced. Over time, this will ensure stable supplies of quality and affordable food for all, and this is the common interest that we do have. Egypt will be at the heart of this major shift, and I'm very much looking forward, Mr. President, to working with you on this, also to mobilize together a strong international response. I think, and we've discussed that, it is very important that here we stand together globally to manage this food security crisis, that we find solutions that are fair for everybody, that we look at the distribution of grain, for example, worldwide, and that we really have an emphasis on vulnerable countries that are dependent on the daily food, so that here is solidarity globally organized, and this is a task we want to approach together. Then, of course, we want to extend our cooperation on energy. And Egypt is a trustworthy partner. For us, it's important that we really discuss the whole width of energy supply that is possible. And today we are already taking a very important step, as we have in the morning signed a memorandum of understanding of natural gas delivery from Israel to Egypt, here the liquefying of the gas and then the transport to the European Union. This is a big step forward in the energy supply to Europe, but also for Egypt to become a regional energy hub. It is for us very important also to look forward into the new forms of energy, and these are, of course, the renewable energies. And here, I must say, you are in a very lucky position, as you have the resources that are necessary for renewable energies in abundance, the sun, the wind. So these will be the energies of the future, and the demand will be enormous. And therefore, it is in our common interest to explore together how to put the infrastructure and the technologies in place that are fit for renewables. We are, for example, together working on a hydrogen partnership. It's moving nicely forward, and we're both looking forward to launch it at COP27 in Sharm el-Sheikh. And this brings me indeed to the point COP27 in Sharm el-Sheikh. Egypt has the potential to be a leader in renewable energy production and export, and therefore we all know that your country will play a crucial role in COP27 to keep the global community on track towards our goals, the climate goals, but also to boost the modern technologies for clean energy that is so necessary. So, Mr. President, thank you again for welcoming me here. We've made enormous progress on one hand, but we see also the width of topics that we have to work on together, and I'm very much looking forward to that.
Thank you very much. Thank you.